Hello everyone, this is Dr. K. Jagannayaki, Professor in MBA Department, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So today I would like to discuss with you few of the critical thinking questions related to markets and new economic environment. So after going through this topic, the learner will be able to understand the concept of critical thinking and problem solving in real life situations, and he can also analyze different types of market structures. So let us start with the first one. Illustrate how a firm attains equilibrium in the short run and in the long run under conditions of perfect competition. In a perfectly competitive market, a firm's equilibrium in the short run and long run involves different processes and conditions. So, short run equilibrium means in the short run, a firm in perfect competition attains equilibrium where its profit is maximized or its losses are minimized. So, under perfect markets, there will be a large number of buyers and sellers available in the market. So, as a result, there will be a tough competition between the competitors who are dealing with homogeneous products and services. So, that is the reason the firms generally they used to go for short run equilibrium and they always seeks for to go with long run. It depends upon the market conditions. So the key points are profit maximization or loss minimization. So these two are the basic objectives that fall under short run equilibrium. So let us start with profit maximization. So a firm maximizes profit by producing the quantity of output where marginal cost, which is denoted as MC, equals market price. So this is because the firm adjusts its output level where the additional unit of producing one more unit equals the revenue received from selling that unit. So that is the reason in case of profit maximization under short term production function, MC is equal to P. So that's how the companies they used to maintain short run equilibrium. So coming to the other objective, loss minimization. If a firm is not making a profit, it will produce at the quantity where marginal cost equal to P, but only if price covers average variable cost. So in case of if P is less than average variable cost, the firm should shut down in the short run. Then coming to the short run equilibrium condition, MC is equal to P. The firm produces where the marginal cost curve intersects the price line. So then only at this particular point, the price is equal to marginal cost. Next, profit calculation. So if P is greater than average total cost ATC, the firm earns positive economic profits. So the area between the price line and the ATC curve multiplied by the quantity produced represents the profit. So second condition is that if average variable cost is less than P is less than average total cost, the firm makes a loss but continues to produce because it covers variable cost and contributes to fixed cost. So the loss is represented by the area between the price line and average total curve. So that reason is identified as loss reason. If P is less than average variable cost, the firm incurs a loss greater than its fixed cost and should shut down in the short run. So coming to the graphical representation. So here coming to the axis, price by cost. Either one should take price on vertical axis and quantity on horizontal axis. So on x-axis we used to specify the quantity, whereas one can take either price or cost on y-axis. Coming to the curves, here we'll have three types of curves. One is MC curve, which is denoted as marginal cost curve, average total cost curve, average variable cost, and a horizontal price line representing the market price. Then coming to the equilibrium point, the intersection of MC curve and the price line. So that point is known as equilibrium point where MC is equal to P. And coming to the long run equilibrium, in the long run, firms in a perfectly competitive market adjust to a situation where they earn normal profit and no firm has an incentive to enter or exit the market. So here we used to focus on two key points. One is entry, other is exit. So there is a scope for entry of new firms. If firms are earning above normal profits, so it will attract new participants to enter the market. So new firms will enter the market just by looking at the supernormal profits. This increases market supply and drives down the market price. Then second one is exit of firms. If firms are making losses and some firms will exit the market, this decreases market supply and drives up the market price. And long run equilibrium condition. So P is equal to MC is equal to ATC. So in the long run, the price adjusts to the point where it equals both the marginal cost and the average total cost. This ensures that firms are making zero economic profit, which means that it is a normal profit, meaning they cover all costs, including opportunity cost, and do not make excess profit. Efficiency means firms operate at the minimum point of their average total cost curve, achieving productive efficiency. So, coming to the graphical representation, so in case of this long run equilibrium condition, on y axis we used to specify either price or cost on vertical axis, whereas coming to horizontal axis, we used to specify the quantity. Then we'll have four curves. One is marginal curve, average total curve, average variable cost curve, and a horizontal price line representing the market price. So equilibrium point is that point. It is the intersection of the marginal curve, marginal cost curve, and the average total cost and the price line. So that is known as equilibrium point. So if you have a glance on the summary, short-run equilibrium, a firm maximizes profit or minimizes loss where marginal cost is equal to P. Profit or loss is determined by the relationship between the price and average total cost or average variable cost if prices are below average total cost. Whereas coming to long run equilibrium, the firm adjusts to a situation where P is equal to MC is equal to ATC, ensuring zero economic profit. So the market reaches a state where firms operate efficiently and no firm has an incentive to enter or exit the market. Then let us discuss the second one. Perfect competition result in large output or productivity with lower price than a monopoly. Explain the statement. The statement perfect competition results in a larger output with lower prices than a monopoly. It highlights a key difference between these two market structures in terms of output levels and pricing. So here we are going to compare two things. One is perfect competition, which represent perfect market. Another one is imperfect market. Monopoly comes under that. So let us consider what are the characteristics of perfect competition market. So there are many forms. In case of perfect competition, numerous small firms compete with each other and they used to produce homogeneous products. It means that the products are identical and consumers have no preference for products from different firms because all the firms that are available in the market they will produce the same type of products. Then perfect information. Both consumers and producers have complete information about the prices and products. And another characteristic is that free entry and exit. Firms can enter or exit the market without significant barriers. And coming to the price and output determination, in case of perfectly competitive market, firms are price takers because as there will be a large number of firms available in the market, they used to determine or they used to fix their price from the industry. So in that sense, in case of perfectly competitive market, the firms are price takers. The market price is determined by the intersection of aggregate supply and demand. Coming to the output, each firm produces at the quantity where its marginal cost equals the market price to maximize profit. So, since firms produce at the minimum point of their average total cost curve in the long run, the price equals the ATC, reflecting the efficient use of resources. Then coming to the consumer and producer surplus, lower prices. So because of the high level competition and efficiency, the price in perfect competition is driven down to the level of the ATC, which is typically lower than in a monopoly. Higher output, the efficient allocation of resources and competitive pressure result in higher total output compared to a monopoly. So whenever we are going to compare the perfect markets with that of monopoly, so perfect markets they used to allocate the resources in a most effective manner, and also there will be a lot of competitors pressure. So as a result, they used to produce higher output. Their productivity will be very high comparatively monopoly. The market researches a point where supply meets demand at a lower price. Then coming to the characteristics of monopoly market, mono means single, poly means seller. So monopoly market consists of a single seller. So only one firm that controls the entire market supply and it will have unique product. The monopolist product has no close substitutes. And if you compare with perfect competition, monopoly market, the firm becomes the price maker because the monopolist has control over the price and he can set it to maximize profits. Then coming to the price and output determination, the monopolist set the price by choosing the output level where its marginal revenue MR equals marginal cost MC. Since the monopolist faces a downward sloping demand curve, the price is set above the marginal cost. Then coming to the output, the monopolist produces less than the socially optimal output level to maximize profit. The quantity produced is lower than in a perfectly competitive market, and the monopolist restricts output to drive up prices. Then coming to the consumer and producer surplus, higher prices. The monopolist set a higher price than in perfect competition because the monopolist goal is to maximize profit by restricting output and charging a higher price. As there are no close substitute or competitors available as a result, being the price maker, he will always charge a higher price. Then lower output. The monopolist restriction of output leads to a lower total quantity of goods produced compared to a perfectly competitive market. So this result in a deadweight loss representing the loss of consumer and social welfare due to reduced output. So in conclusion, when we are talking about the perfect competition, result in higher output and lower prices due to competitive pressure and efficient resource allocation. The price equals the marginal cost and firms produce at the minimum point of their average total cost curve. Whereas coming to monopoly, it results in lower output and higher prices because the monopolist restricts production to maximize profit, setting the price above marginal cost. P is greater than MC and creating a deadweight loss. In conclusion, perfect competition achieved greater output and lower prices compared to a monopoly due to competitive forces that drives prices down to the level of production cost and the efficient allocation of resources. And next, small is beautiful. Do you think this is the reason for the survival of the sole trader form of business organization? Analyze your answer with suitable examples. So, if you see the phrase small is beautiful, suggests that smaller entities can be more effective, adaptable, and efficient compared to larger ones. So, this concept can be applied to various contexts, including business organizations. The sole trader form of business, characterized by single person ownership and operation, aligns well with this philosophy. So let us analyze why the small is beautiful idea might contribute to the survival and success of sole traders. So let us start with advantages of sole trader businesses. So first advantage is flexibility and agility. So sole tradership firms are very flexible and there is no entry exit barriers. So the sole trader is the whole and soul control over his own business. And coming to the decision making, sole traders have the advantage of making quick decisions without the need for consultation or approval from others. So, as it is run by only one single person, the complete decision making should be done by the sole trader himself. There is no delay in decision making because no need to consult or get approval from others. So, this flexibility can be crucial in responding to market changes or customer needs. For example, a sole proprietor running a small bakery can quickly adapt the menu based on customer feedback or seasonal ingredients, unlike a large chain that might require lengthy approval processes for any change. The next lower overheads, where we used to say about cost efficiency. So operating on a smaller scale often means lower fixed cost such as rent, utilities, and wages. So traders typically manage most aspects of their business, reducing the need for additional staff. So, for example, if you take a freelance graphic designer, working from home saves an office rent and utilities, allowing them to offer competitive prices and still maintain a healthy profit margin. Then, next, personalized service, where we used to talk about customer relationships. So, sole traders often provide a more personal touch, building stronger relationships with their customers. So they will have direct contact with their customers. So this personal interaction can lead to higher customer satisfaction and loyalty. For example, a local tailor who works or who knows their customers by name and understands their specific preferences is more likely to retain those customers compared to a large retail chain where customers are just another transaction. Then niche markets, where we used to talk about specialization. So traders can cater into niche markets that might be overlooked by larger companies. Their specialized knowledge and passion for their product or service can create a loyal customer base. For example, an artisan soap maker focusing on natural and organic ingredients can attract customers looking for specific qualities that mass produced brands might not offer. And coming to challenges and considerations, while the small is beautiful philosophy supports the survival of sole traders, there are also some kind of challenges to consider. The first one is limited resources. Sole traders often face constraint in terms of capital, manpower, and time. So, expanding the business or investing in new opportunities can be more challenging compared to larger firms with more resources. The next, work life balance. Managing every aspect of the business can lead to long working hours and increased stress. So, sole traders need to balance their personal and professional lives carefully to avoid burnout. So, work life balance is very important in case of sole proprietorship. Then, risk and responsibility. The sole trader bears all the risks and liabilities associated with the business. So, this includes financial risk, legal issues, and any business debts which can be a significant burden. In conclusion, the small is beautiful concept indeed plays a significant role in the survival and success of sole traders. Their ability to adapt quickly, provide personalized services, and operate cost efficiently allows them to thrive in competitive markets. However, sole traders must also navigate the challenges of limited resources, work life balance, and personal risk. The resilience and success of sole traders are a testament to the advantages of small scale operations and the entrepreneurial spirit. While not without its difficulties, the sole trader form of business organization remains a viable and often successful model, illustrating that sometimes small truly is beautiful. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.